Don't go playing tough now. You need to learn how to survive out here. Gather some flint and wood and make yourself a skinning knife at the fire.
I'm about 20 hours into the game and first impressions didn't matter because the game grew on me. It gets better and I get addicted to it by the minute. The animations are silky, PvP is wicked, sound effects made my ears brighten, and crafting is absolutely friendly and satisfying. There's so much good in this game that I hope it can be the biggest MMO of the decade. This video is not a review but a guide to help you save precious time when you decide to join us to play the game, and if you are already playing the game, I hope I can help you breeze through the first 20 levels of this game in this video. Stats. Confused and unsure what stats to take? No worries, before level 20, respecking is free. After level 20, the respecking will require some payments via this currency called Azoth. I'll cover how to get Azoth later. For the stats, you press K. Now you see strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, and constitution. First, you can ignore constitution. This is probably the most useless stat. You can put it during the early levels. As for damage increase, you can decide between strength, dexterity, or intelligence. Focus will be for the healers. As you will be able to unlock the second weapon slot, which is a must use, as you will be able to switch weapons during combat. You essentially get 6 different skills, creating different strategies for different situations, which also means you should try to go for stats that will benefit both weapons, that it produces synergies. Although it's not exactly critical, but it's a much more efficient and cleverer way. Supposedly you choose rapier, which primary stats is dexterity, as you can see here. The secondary stats is intelligence. You can perhaps use fire staff or gauntlet to have better synergies in stats. I have to stress again that it's not mandate to do that. It's just a recommendation for you to squeeze that little bit more juice out of your chosen stats. Best weapon skills and masteries for early game leveling. Every weapon has its own mastery tree. You can find them on the character screen under the masteries tab. These masteries can level up independently, and using these weapons to kill enemies will gain you some experience points for your weapon mastery. The final tier requires 10 points in each tree, which means you cannot get to the final abilities of both trees at the same time, which may prove to be overpowered. Now each mastery can be raised up 20 levels and a total of 38 abilities for each weapon. Each 19 on each tree, so you have to choose between 2 trees and their skills. You can always respec on your mastery again. This is free as long as you're below level 20. Anything above will again require Azoth to respec. I'll just cover what I feel is the most powerful, best, and probably useful weapon skills for leveling, which is the hatchet and the bow. The hatchet provides you with increased movement speed and basic healing abilities under Berserk, On the Hunt, and Refresh perks. Now for the bow, Catch Me If You Can will help you out of sticky situations, and Archer Speed will increase your 10% speed for 5 seconds when you swap to your bow from your main or secondary weapon. More importantly, hatchet skills and bow skills are good enough to kill any non-elite enemies within a couple of seconds. There are absolutely no mounts in New World, and running is such a horrible chore. So sure, you can look at the beautiful scenery in the game, but I would rather watch National Geographic than look at the sceneries in New World. You will spend a lot of your time running, chasing around this gigantic New World, and that's why having the hatchet and bow skills for increased movement speed is godsend. It is such a good way to reduce this horrible chore. There are some fast travel options available in the game, and I'll go through them right now. Number 1 is the inn. at the settlement. So you visit the inn, you talk to the innkeeper, open up your map. It's like a moon type of symbol in the map. You talk to the innkeeper, you will do a check-in to receive the option to gain this fast travel. Do note that at any one time, you can only choose to fast travel to a specific inn that you have checked in. By the way, there's 1 hour cooldown for this option. So for option 2, to fast travel will be to use this Azoth. So you scroll out of your map and you go to hover around the settlement. You will see this option to fast travel, which will use your Azoth. So there's a calculation method on how much Azoth they will charge you, basically on the distance, etc., and how heavy, and is it under your faction. Third is through home ownership. This is an expensive method because every house you build, you buy, it costs quite a fair bit of gold. You can have up to 3 houses across this whole island. Each has individual fast travel cooldown, so some may take up to 4 hours. You will get this home ownership option once you reach level 15. Okay, so option 4 will be through one of the main quests, and you can find a lot of other such shrines, example, to travel fast across New World. I will cover leveling, crafting, fractions, PvP in my next few guide. So remember to subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thank you.